I'm sorry. Is that? I'm sorry. I just took my seatbelt off.
You didn't have it on.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Do you actually have a DL?
What do you mean? I don't need a driver's license in America, actually. Just to be honest with you, I don't. I've already won this in court.
Fantastic.
I'm not resisting anything. You just pulled me backwards.
Inside, watch your head.
I am pregnant. Can you fucking move in here? It is the law.
Sovereign citizens have a twisted view of the law, and it often makes them believe that they're above it, especially when they're dead wrong. But what happens when entitled sovereign couples think they're above the law but get humbled on body cam?
I'm asking you to speak the word. Ma'am, I will be breaking the window and pulling you out of the vehicle if you don't cooperate. Arrest, open the door.
Mike, stop. Use this end.
You're under arrest, open the door. OC. Step out now.
Here are several satisfying moments when entitled sovereign citizen couples who believed they were above the law get a reality check. Starting with this entitled sovereign couple who turned a traffic citation into a full-blown police standoff.
Sheriff's Office, reason for the stop sign is because of the red light you just ran on Del Porto right here, okay? You are not calling, are you really calling 911 right now?
Yeah.
You're gonna get tased!
I legally challenge you to a fight. Do you accept?
On April the 1st, 2025, in the quiet early hours of Stanislaus County, California, a routine traffic stop kicked off after a driver ran a red light. But what should have been standard procedure quickly spiraled thanks to the driver's biased idea of how the law works.
Evening. Deputy Allen Sheriff's Office, reason for the stop sign is because of the red light you just ran on Del Porto right here, okay? Do you have a license, registration, proof of insurance? What was the purpose of going through the red light? Huh? I can't understand you, dude.
I live right here. You can look up the registration on the computer.
You have the insurance? Are you still on?
No,
Yeah?
no,
No? What's your current address?
right here.
What is it? Can you speak up, please?
The street we're on right now?
I'm asking for mailing purposes for your citation.
Oh, I just told you.
I'm just confirming it with you, okay? I don't understand why we gotta have an attitude right
I
now.
have asked. I'm
You
talking
do?
perfectly fine. Just hurry up, go about your business. You tripping.
You're on probation or parole?
You can look up all that. Since you think
Okay,
I'm on
this
probation.
can go either one of two ways. Number one is you can just be respectful and we can move on with our business.
That you can look it up.
Yeah. And that's being disrespectful.
So
You
being-
could just
you're
answer the question either
you're
yes or
giving me a
no.
hard time.
How am I
just
giving you a
told-
hard time? I'm asking you a simple
You
question.
can look it up.
Are you
Why
on
I gotta be
probation or parole?
probation? Why I gotta be on that?
I'm asking you. I ask everybody
Well,
that I
look that shit
contact.
up then.
Why, I don't understand why we got an
Why
attitude.
don't you do your job?
I am going to.
You motherfucking ticket, go about your business.
Okay.
The tension between both men was already sky high, but that was just the warm-up. The driver's self-made law mindset was about to turn this quiet morning into something no one saw coming.
Do you have an ID, ma'am?
Don't say nothing to me. You ain't gotta say shit to him. You ain't driving?
Let me see your ID, please.
Bro, just do your job, yo.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You ain't the, call your supervisor then.
Nope.
What?
Let me see your ID, please. You're not wearing your seatbelt in the car.
I just got home from work, man. I don't have my ID.
Huh?
I just got home from work.
You don't have it on you?
No, I don't have my ID.
You are not calling. Are you really calling 911 right now?
Yeah, call your supervisor then.
Why are you calling
Call
911?
your supervisor.
Get out of the car.
And I'm
Patterson
trying to
321.
pull over
Send me
and
1011.
I'm asking for your supervisor and the officer.
Hang up the
that's
phone
on
now.
You hear him right now? You trying
Hang
to
up the
get
phone or
this
you're going to be placed under arrest.
For what? Do
For
you hear-
misuse of 911. Hang up the phone.
I'm asking for your supervisor.
Hang up the
See,
phone right now.
Do you hear your officer? He's trying.
This is the dispatch center, sir.
Yeah, but I need help though. I don't feel safe.
Okay. And where you again?
I'm on Street. Patterson,
321.
California.
Just for info, male is uncooperative in the car and he is calling 911 at the moment right now.
Alright, I need help, please, now.
Okay, I'm gonna step out of the car.
No, I don't have to.
I'm telling you to step out of the car.
For what?
If you don't step out of the car, I'm going to place you under arrest.
For what?
For disobeying a lawful order.
No, you don't. I don't have to put. I don't have
If
to
I'm
put
telling
nothing.
you, I'm giving you a lawful order and command to
You
step
don't
out of the
have
vehicle
no
right now.
reason. You don't have. All you gotta do is give me my ticket. You don't have to do all
Nope.
this stuff.
You're
Alright,
you
yeah,
know what?
all right. I asked for your super. They're all coming right now.
Either you can step out of the car,
We'll wait till they get
or I'm
there.
going to take you out of the car and you're going to
Why?
be taken to jail.
Why?
As the officer held his ground, it was clear words alone would not cut it. But just how far the driver was willing to go to prove a reckless point remained to be seen.
Wait
For
till-
disobeying my lawful command to
You're
exit the
tripping.
vehicle right
You're
now.
tripping. No, no. I'll wait till your supervisor.
Okay, you are under arrest.
You
Step
can't
out
do
of the
that,
car.
sir. You can't open the door.
You're under arrest.
For
Step out of the
Open
car.
the door, sir.
For what?
You can't open the door.
For what?
Do not do that,
415,
sir.
step it up.
For
Step
what?
out of the car
For
now.
what?
You're under arrest.
For what?
You're
Do not
under arrest.
open
For
my
what?
door without the permission.
Step out of the car. You're under
Do
arrest.
not open the door.
Step out of the car. You're under arrest.
Why did you just leave it?
Let go of me.
You hit me and you getting in trouble. Hit
Step
me
out
too.
of the car now.
Hit me too. Why? He just shot you in the face twice and I got it all on camera, so good luck, buddy. I got it all on camera. What you doing? Nah, don't even hit him, bro. No, bro.
Don't.
You okay? For what? For what?
Let go of me.
Dude, why are you snatching it? Why are you pulling it? Nah, bro.
Get out of the car now. You're gonna get tased. Get out of the car now. You're gonna get tased. First gun.
What are you doing? You just shot me too.
Get out of the car now.
You're getting fired.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car now. You are under arrest. Get out of the car now. You're under arrest. Put spike strips under his tires now. Hurry. Get out of the car now. You're under arrest. Get out of the car now. You are under arrest. Get out of the car now. You're under arrest. Step out of the vehicle now. You're under arrest. Get on the ground. Get on the Detain her. I got him. Detain her.
I can keep my phone off the wall. No, don't take my phone.
Do not. We're good. We got two detained now. Go ahead and start 1141 52. We got 10. Sit up on your back. Stand up.
After the confrontation cooled off, you'd think the man and his wild ideas would settle as well. But instead, he cranked the crazy up another notch.
If we was one-on-one, you took off all that right here, and you saw, let's punch each other in the face then. I legally challenge you to a fight. Do you accept?
No, that's not what I want to do with you.
Exactly.
This is not what I want to do at all.
No, that's what you want. You want to do
I don't
that?
know why you'd want to do that with
Because
me.
you punched me in my face.
That's
Now I
not
want
right.
to punch you in your face.
Okay.
You want to attack me, so let's fight. Take your right. I legally challenge you to a fight. Do you accept? No, because you a bitch.
Are you asking me that right now?
Because you a bitch.
Are you asking me that right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take off
Face the
the
car.
handcuffs and do
Face
you
the car.
legally challenge? Exactly. Like, bro, you act all tough when nobody around, but when shit gets
Is anybody around right now? Am
we
I
at
acting
the
tough with you
hospital?
right now?
Because it's lights. There's people around. When there's nobody around, you tough and you a whole nother guy. Your whole demeanor change.
In the end, the driver was charged with resisting arrest with force, delaying and obstructing a police officer, and battery on a police officer. The passenger also faced charges for delaying and obstructing an officer. The last couple were wild, but they were lightweights compared to Dixie and her husband, who clung to their own version of sovereign freedom, one that ended in a tense showdown with the cops.
What do you mean? I don't need a driver's license in America, actually. Just to be honest with you, I don't. I've already won this in court.
You are required to have a driver's license.
No, you're not.
Okay.
That's
all right.
Title 18, Section 31, brother. I know what the words
He's a
are.
lawyer. Don't touch me. Okay. Okay.
All right, ma'am.
Okay.
On April the 12th, 2022, a police officer pulled over a couple for what should have been a simple traffic stop. The officer approached them calmly, just doing his job by the book. But the couple came loaded with attitude. They decided to dance around the fire, and somehow they thought they wouldn't get burned.
I'm Sergeant Brown, UCPD. The reason I stopped because you're not wearing your seatbelt. You have your license registration on you, ma'am.
I'm sorry, is that, I'm sorry. I just took my seatbelt off.
You didn't have her on.
Yes, I did.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I did.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I did.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna have to, I just took it off. I wear my seatbelt. Actually, I yell at everybody for not wearing their seatbelt.
Outstanding. You have your license on you, ma'am?
I'm not gonna do this morning.
Dude, we're not from here.
I know you guys from Michigan. I saw the tag. Do you have your passport on you or some sort of ID?
I left it at the house. It's not even on me.
Okay, no worries.
You got mine.
He's got his.
Okay. Do you have
I'm on my way to church right now.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Do you actually have a DL?
What do you mean? I don't need a driver's license in America, actually. Just to be honest with you, I don't. I've already won this in court.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I was definitely wearing my seatbelt. We'll have to subpoena those videos.
What's your first name, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your first name?
What?
Your first name?
But I'm trying to figure out what crime I committed for you to ask me that.
Not wearing your seatbelt, ma'am.
That's not a crime.
It's a traffic violation, ma'am.
It's actually a civil infraction.
Which I can pull you over for, yes.
No, I was wearing my seatbelt though. We're having a dispute here. I was wearing it, and you're saying
we're having a
wasn't.
dispute here. So here,
you can't tell me I was not wearing it.
Can you settle down for a second here?
Soon the officer calmly made his intentions clear to the combative woman and her partner. There was something in his tone that made it clear nonsense would not fly on his watch. He stayed cool, but beneath that calm was the full weight of the law, and it had zero patience for their drama.
Here's how it's going to play out. I'm going to verify everything, and I'm just going to cut you a traffic warning and be on my merry way. That was my whole plan, just to be honest with you, not to get into a long, drawn-out argument about whatever. I'm just going to verify that you have a license or whatever that says you can drive in the state of the United States. Once that's clean and valid, I'm out of here. That is my plan. What's your first name, Mama?
It's Dixie.
Dixie. Miss Dixie. Okay. And your birthday?
It's in August.
August what? 22nd?
Wow, I cannot wait to tell my professor this.
Okay. And the year?
You have to do all this?
Yeah, because I don't have her DL or
I don't
a
need
passport.
a DL, but I just told you
You
that.
need an
I won it in the
identification,
Supreme
though.
Court. I don't have to
To
have an
verify your
identification.
identity? Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay, whatever you say, but I need. What's your date of birth?
Oh, 82.
The officer returned to his squad car to run a few background checks, hoping to wrap things up and move on to something more worthwhile. But what he uncovered next sent the whole situation straight over the edge.
Oh, perfect.
26. I was looking for my passport ID, but I only have my passport.
All right, thank you, Miss Dixie.
You're welcome.
Also, by any chance, do you have the registration?
This is my husband's truck.
Okay. Do you have the registration or anything that has a VIN on it?
We
Okay, no
do
worries.
things different.
I've never been pulled over before.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, and I had my seatbelt on.
Passport.
Well, the truck's not registered, so
It's not even registered. I can't even get anything back on the tag.
there's nothing for it. It's not registered.
Great. Okay.
51.
Here's where we're at.
Step out over here real quick.
Found you. You don't. Your license suspended. Out of
Mine?
Yeah. Can't find you, and we can't even find the truck. It's not even registered. So I'm gonna run the VIN real quick. Yeah. I mean, we have access. We have access from. We have access in the database of all the states, but I'm gonna run the VIN and see what we get. That's where we're at. Hello.
What's going on?
How's it going?
These guys said give us warnings when we get to church. I'm late.
Yeah, unfortunately, whatever identification you guys are providing is not coming back. I don't know if I told you that.
It's
a federal ID.
Find me. It's a federal ID.
I understand that, but you guys need to have at least a state ID.
I'm actually in Homeland Security School. I'm like going for my bachelor's associates. That's not true.
What are you talking about?
I understand that, but you are required to have a driver's license.
No, you're not.
Okay.
That's
all right.
Title 18, Section 31, brother. I know what the words
He's a
are.
lawyer.
Okay.
That's why we got a passport. It actually says on there to not detain.
And I've been pulled over
If I'm correct,
a
it
few
says not
different
detain.
times. Never have a problem. It's always freaking Florida.
Miss Dixie.
I don't want to talk to you about the truck.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not finding it at all.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. They're on a paper system.
Okay.
And what is this guy talking about? A passport isn't an identification.
It's formal identification is not a form for a license to operate a motor vehicle.
Yeah, but we're not a resident of the state of Florida.
You still have to have a license to operate a vehicle in the state of Florida.
Okay.
One officer picked up on their defensiveness and their eagerness to argue over anything, so he dropped a question. Just one. And with that, the encounter got very complicated, especially for the woman.
Okay, first of all, that would be like calling somebody black the N-word. Yes, it is. Just ask me though, because that's a discriminating comment. You just asked me if I was a sovereign citizen. Everybody is a sovereign. Why? I would like to. Oh, I see. Cody, why are you arresting me? Good, arrest me. I hope you arrest me. Call Kathy right now. Get my attorneys on the phone. Don't touch me. Okay. Okay.
All right, ma'am.
Okay. 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 I'm not resisting anything. You just pulled me backwards.
Watch your head.
I am pregnant. Can you handcuff me? It is the law. You cannot handcuff me behind my back.
All right.
You cannot.
My guys are not being aggressive. Your wife is taking things up a notch, unfortunately. But and this is where we're coming from. She doesn't have a driver's license. Okay. There's no. She was driving. That's what I'm saying. I saw her drive.
I'm telling you, we're not driving. We're traveling.
Okay, you're traveling, whatever you want to call it, but she does not have a valid driver's license.
Now.
Are being
So
called.
here's the
All right,
deal.
put your
Now you're
feet
being charged with resisting.
What?
You're being charged with resisting as well. I'm not putting up
I
the
didn't resist. I was backwards. How can I resist?
Put your left foot in. Not lawfully obeying to command.
Two? What is the first command?
I told you to go to the car
Why would you
Walk
put
over
me
here.
and detain me?
because you're being arrested.
Your left foot
But
in
for
now.
what?
I already explained to you. Operating a motor vehicle in the state of Florida without a flowered
That
license.
is not your honor. That is
Okay.
not a vehicle.
Watch your knee. That'll be for you.
My passport says
Foot
do
in the
not
back.
detain me.
While she had used her own mouth to design her fate, the officers turned to her husband, hoping he'd be the more rational one. But they had no idea this traffic stop was only about to gather more unhealthy momentum.
Let me ask you, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question, okay? Are you guys like sovereign citizens?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Just Americans that stand up for, our rights.
Okay, and I'm totally fine with that. I
Okay.
respect that by all means. It's okay. I don't mean to like insult you by asking that question. But
Okay.
the certain language that was being used, it kind of had me like a little concerned.
Okay.
You guys are traveling, but you guys gotta have a driver's license. You can have a passport and stuff for ID purposes.
In Florida, yeah, it's for ID purposes.
For ID purposes, but for driving a motorized vehicle in the States, you need a driver's license.
You do not need a driver's license to travel.
Yes, you do.
All right, ma'am. I have a female officer pat you down, make sure you don't have anything.
Okay, this is an
illegal on your
abuse of
person.
power, and
It's not
I
an
will
abuse
be.
of power,
It's
it's-
okay. Let her pat
it's
me
our
down.
policy.
Let her pat me down.
There you go.
I have the right to remain silent,
yes.
and that's what I choose to do so from now on. You will not get my fingerprints. You will not get anything from me.
Do you have anything on you, gun strokes?
No, I don't have anything on me. Anything. Anything. Go ahead. I don't have anything in my bra but my boobies. Oh my God, I cannot wait to file a lawsuit against the Eustis Police Department. You do not go to jail for traveling through the state of Florida.
You need a driver's license.
No, you do not.
cooperate with
No,
you.
I've already won that with section and case law. God damn it, I'm in Homeland Security school. Are you guys kidding me? I could be your boss in another
So you have
3 years.
graduated,
It's in the middle of teaching me that this crap is crap. Somebody call Kathy. Tell her to get here now. My children are with somebody else, you stupid
Step
idiot.
aside, watch your head,
I can't even believe you guys.
watch your knee.
I need you to take her to the PD.
She's in my car right now.
Oh, she is? Okay, all right.
I mean, what?
Trade places then. Now, if you want to have the
I'm
truck,
gonna
if
have
you want
the
the truck
church
moved
church.
to the church, you can do that with the tow truck company. Okay?
Do what? Yeah, I'm gonna call the tow truck company, but I still don't want them to remove my plate. That's my metal, man. Come on.
I have to. It's
What do you mean?
It's not assigned to the truck. You have to have the tag and the vehicle registered together.
Show me.
Okay? If it's not registered, okay, you
Can you
cannot
show
be
me
driving this car.
Can you show? I'm not driving.
I'll have
This
one of
is
my
what
officers
I'm
show you the
saying.
statute. Okay?
You can show me the statute, but I've already won this. If you look up my wife's name
Mm-hmm.
in the state of Florida, like 2 years ago, bro, we just went through this.
Okay.
West Palm Beach, look it up. Everything dismissed. They tried giving her like 38 tickets.
How much you guys went out of that?
I think I settled for about 25.
25 mil?
$1,000. No, come on. I don't do all that. I'm not a greedy person. I just want people to know like where it's coming from. Instantly, you're like the sovereign citizen thing. That's where everybody always goes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked it up. A sovereign citizen is just a peace officer, man. It's just a civilian. And you're having a sovereign right because you're trying to protect people and all this and that, but there's no injury point here.
No, there isn't.
Nobody did anything to anybody or anything else.
And I like this.
You claimed that there wasn't a seatbelt. I said, there was a seatbelt.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the shades or something, are seeing it. My wife's a little bit heftier. You know what I mean? So maybe you didn't see the strap, but she was wearing it.
In the end, Dixie was arrested for driving without a license, while her husband's suspended license left their car stranded. She faced multiple charges, including unregistered vehicle, resisting, and refusing to sign a citation. While Dixie and her husband were awful, this next sovereign citizen couple took crazy up a notch when they called 911 on the police during an ordinary traffic stop.
Yes, ma'am. Gave them a passport, don't have a driver's license, is not a U.S. citizen, and these policy enforcers are telling me to get out the car. This was not driving. We were traveling. This man was not driving. He was traveling. This man was traveling, living flesh and blood, not a driver.
During an early morning patrol, a Cumberland officer pulled over a car after spotting an invalid plate. But the moment he approached the vehicle, one thing became clear. The couple inside was itching for a fight with the law, and they weren't about to let what seemed like an opportunity pass.
Who's following us in here?
Who knows? Who cares?
Who's pulling us over now?
I already told you that.
What do we do wrong?
Yes?
Hi, I'm Officer Meyer with the Cumberland Police Department. Ted pulled you over because your plates.
They pulled us over before.
Okay. Alright. Those are not valid plates.
1 second.
Or do you have like a registration for it, or?
Who are you?
I'm Officer Meyer.
Officer Meyer?
Yep, M-E-Y-E-R.
M-E-Y-E-R. Badge number?
40265.
If you would fill out the rest, please. And your supervisor as well, thank you.
Alright, do you have a license on you?
Your supervisor, please.
Soon the officer realized the man was being deliberately stubborn, for reasons only he understood, and his attitude was only making the situation needlessly complicated. So the officer adjusted his approach.
You want to barter what we're doing, or wait? Wait.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Ain't no crime committed. Ready to get to the hizzy. What's up?
Hello, I'm Sergeant Page with the Cumberland Police Department.
You the supervisor?
Yes, I am.
Could I get a card, please? So what's the problem?
I cannot hear you. Would you mind rolling?
What? It's 2 inches. What's the problem?
So we need you to identify yourself.
We've done this before with Cumberland Police.
Okay. Still need you to identify yourself.
There you go.
Do you have an Indiana ID?
There you go, right there.
Do you have an Indiana ID?
That right there, when you run it, it will tell you everything you need to know.
Okay. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking if you have an Indiana ID.
That's the ID that this man carries.
Indiana ID. Do you? It's a yes or no.
This man carries that ID.
What's your last name?
This man carries that ID. Don't answer questions.
Okay, stay in the car. You are not.
Not going nowhere. Chilling. Chilling.
Didn't take long for the man to pull another stunt, one that only confirmed that he wasn't just difficult. He was out looking for trouble intentionally.
Marion County 911, where's the location of your emergency?
Elite Beverages over here on East Washington Street. Some of these Cumberland policy enforcers are having me sit here for no unapparent reason.
Do you happen to know the address of the 2 cross streets?
The 2 closest cross streets is like Washington and Musing. Washington and Musing.
And what are they doing out there?
Oh, they pulled this man over saying something about a license plate, gave them a form to fill out, and gave them the passport, and they back there talking to each other, don't know what's going on, but just want this to be for the record this time, because this is the 3rd time now that they have done this. Cumberland Police, this is the 2nd time for those policy enforcers, and IMPD, those policy enforcers done it once, so, you know, tired of the madness.
Do you want me to connect you to the Cumberland Police Department?
No, because their supervisors out here with them now, and that's not going to benefit anything. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, we holding off on getting it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Don't put it, you ain't got to put that on. Nah, this one is just on, they stuck. They stuck, gave him the card, gave him the paper, got his ID and number, so now they stuck. Some of them saying, yeah, we seen him around here before. Yeah, y'all pulled this man over before. From now on, I'm gonna keep both of these cards and say, call this man. He already tried it once. Call this man. Call 911 again.
Why?
Because it's called them already.
Oh, they're right here.
Alright, if you would, go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me.
I'm calling 911. Crime has been committed.
Well, you don't have a registration. You don't have a registration.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Gave them a passport, don't have a driver's license, is not a U.S. citizen, and these policy enforcers are telling me to get out the car. Yeah, the policy enforcers are trying to put me and take me to jail over this man does not have a driver's license. He got his passport. Gave him the passport. Did you run the passport?
Yep, and it shows that your license is suspended.
No, this man doesn't have a license. This man doesn't have a license. This man never had a license. This man never had a license. No, this man never had a license. This man never. Excuse me.
I don't need to listen.
No. This man is not a U.S. citizen. This man is not a U.S. citizen.
It doesn't matter.
This man is not a U.S. citizen.
It doesn't matter. You need to step out of the vehicle.
He's not gonna step out of the vehicle.
Call your supervisors.
Both my supervisors.
Okay, well, I want to talk to them, please. And where's the passport? Did you fill the paper out?
No, I did not.
Well, the paper needs to be filled out, please.
No, I need you to step out of the vehicle.
No, it's not going to happen. This man has committed no crime.
You have.
This man has injured no party or their property. This man has not injured.
The man and his partner were starting to feel the heat. Their warped sense of freedom was on the verge of turning into a felony. At this point, they had 2 options: cooperate or keep messing around till they found out what would happen.
This man has not injured any property or anybody. This man has not injured any property or anybody.
Will you step out of the vehicle?
I will not.
This man has not injured anybody or their property.
Vehicle. Are you refusing?
Where's the ID at? Will you give it back, please?
I will give it to you once you step out of the vehicle.
No,
so what? No
crime
crime has been committed.
Yes, it has, and I've explained
No.
What crime has been committed?
Your vehicle's not registered.
This is private property.
You are asking me.
This
I saw you driving on the road.
was not driving. We were traveling. We were not.
So I can talk.
Okay.
So I can explain.
Okay.
He's escalating
I'm
the
listening.
situation.
I'm listening.
You're escalating the situation.
Your vehicle is not registered to be on the road. I saw you driving on the road.
No, you see that's traveling.
At all. You have sat there and said you have never received a license. That is a misdemeanor in Indiana. Your BMV return is showing suspended prior on a regular ID card, which is also a misdemeanor in Indiana.
That's a passport. It's not a regular ID card. One. Excuse me. and signed it without prejudice, UCC 1-308. Hold on, without prejudice, UCC 1-308, along with. Look, the 911 hung up now.
Because we've been
but what crime has been committed? Policy enforcer. Policy enforcer.
Side of the road is not the place to argue this. That is what court is for.
No.
You have probable cause for your arrest.
For what?
With every word he spoke, the noose tightened around his neck. The officers were running out of patience, and it was only a matter of time before his above-the-law complex earned him a pair of government-issued steel bracelets.
Khalil Hassan is this living flesh and blood man, and he committed no crime.
Exit the vehicle now.
And he was not driving. He was not operating. A driver is one employed.
Are you refusing to step out of the vehicle?
A driver is one employed.
Are you refusing to step out of the
A
vehicle?
driver is one employed. This man was not driving, he was traveling. This man was traveling, living flesh and blood, not a driver. Drivers are one employed. He's not getting paid to travel to handle his private, personal affairs. Living flesh and blood man. Khalil Hassan. Khalil Hassan. Khalil Hassan. No crime was committed, policy enforcer. Policy enforcer. Khalil Hassan has committed no crime.
I have explained to you what crimes have been
Khalil Hassan has committed no crime. This living flesh and blood man has committed no crime. This living flesh we don't answer questions. We don't answer questions. This man has committed no crime.
Sir, you're not free to go. Do not leave.
Maybe it was poor grasp of the law or just a twisted bias to fit their own agenda, but one thing was certain. These sovereign citizens never knew when to quit. They started dumb, and now they were determined to end even worse.
Is there somebody in there that know us?
Bill.
Okay. For the record, there's the 40 Compact Smith & Wesson Police Edition, Military Police Edition, with 4 clips, 1 in the chamber, and we have our whatever else is in this car. iPad, iPhone, and the new phone. The new phone ain't been locked, but it don't matter, because ain't no calls been made, except to him. Where's it at? It don't matter. And all this could be to scare us to surrender. Putting cones down now. What crime have we committed?
Open the car from the outside.
What crime have we committed?
Put your hands in the air.
Wait. I'm not a driver. I'm not a driver. I'm not a driver.
Why are you
A
escalating?
driver is one employed. I love people. I'm not doing anything.
Hey, sis.
What's going on?
Oh, they got their drawn. They're trying to take you and I both.
Tell him you're not a passenger. Tell him you're not a passenger.
I'm not a passenger.
She said she's not a passenger.
Do I need to come over there?
She's not a passenger, she said. She's my guest. She is my guest and I'm a traveler. We're not driving. We're not doing any business. We're not U.S. citizens. We're not committing any crimes. We're not hurting anybody. We're not drivers or passengers. Wait. Stop. Okay, this is what we'll say. We're coming out under duress.
Sis, get me out first, please.
We're coming out under duress.
Get me out first.
In the end, he was charged with driving without a valid license, obstruction of justice, and use of an invalid license plate. Up next is a sovereign citizen family whose road trip went completely off the rails. First a crash, then pepper spraying the other driver, and when given the chance to do the right thing, they chose defiance over common sense.
I'm asking you to make contact with me on the other side of the vehicle so I can talk with you, okay? Ma'am, can you step out of the vehicle so I can speak with you?
Mike, stop. Use this end.
You're under arrest. Open the door.
Step out or you're getting hosed! Step out now!
OC!
On January the 15th, 2023, a routine patrol in Lancaster turned chaotic when an officer witnessed a minor crash, followed by a male passenger jumping out and allegedly pepper spraying the other driver, prompting immediate intervention.
Hi there. My name's Sergeant Thurston. Ma'am, I'm talking to you. You're the driver. Ma'am, I'm asking you to roll the window down to speak with me. You're the driver of this vehicle. Can you open the door so I can talk to you? Open the door. Open the door. Ma'am, I'm trying to speak with you. Okay. 1 second here. Ma'am, I'm trying to speak with you. You're the driver of the vehicle. I'm trying to talk. I'm asking you to make contact with me on the other side of the vehicle so I can talk with you, okay? Ma'am, can you step out of the vehicle so I can speak with you? Ma'am, I'm asking you to speak. Ma'am, I will be breaking the window and pulling you out of the vehicle if you don't cooperate. Ma'am, I'm asking you to open the door on that side.
Constitutional right. Do you not understand that?
Ma'am, I'm asking you for an identification. Open the door. I'm going to break the window. I'm going to break the window and assist you out of the vehicle. Open the door and speak to me. Open the door and speak to me. I'm asking you to identify yourself. Do you have a driver's license? I'm asking you to open the door and speak to me.
Now it was clear that the sovereign citizen couple weren't just being difficult. They were actively trying to dodge accountability like the law didn't apply to them. The officers began planning their arrest without delay, but a sudden discovery made the situation far more delicate.
He's asking if you want OC to pull it into the window.
Hey,
there's somebody in the back seat. I don't know if it's a child.
One second here, Chris.
Is it a child or a male?
It's a male.
Younger. He's not real old. He's not real old. He's a young boy.
We have a sovereign citizen type person. So here's the plan. We got 3 people in the car. Hey, let's
You want me to shut it down?
I want you to shut it down. Yep. 487, 1187 would just shut the westbound traffic down right there. Then there's 3 people in the car, 2 males, 1 female driver, refusing to identify themselves. They're saying they're holding up papers saying they're sovereign citizens. We're going to make entry into the front, get the driver out, and then I'd like to hook the front passenger up for obstructing with us.
I've got the window breaker, so I'm going to go ahead and crack her window.
Take the driver out first, right?
I'll take.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for Malone to get here. But looks like they're going to have less lethal, but I'm going to, we need to have someone to cover, and we'll have a couple of to make contact.
It's a small, younger male in the back seat.
When we go, take the driver, let him know, put his hands behind his back, or I want to hit him with OC.
Yep. Here's also, once we're going to have to get her out, and he's got a knife, as one of the guys said. That's why I want someone to be covered.
After weighing all the factors, the officer realized talk wasn't getting them anywhere, so they decided to switch tactics and turn up the heat, in a way the couple never saw coming.
BS 99 traffic 1855.
You're under arrest. Open the door.
Mike, stop. Use this end.
You're under arrest. Open the door. Step out. You're getting hosed. Step out now. Step out now. Step out.
What are you doing?
You're under arrest. Step out of the vehicle now. Step out of the vehicle now. OC. Step out now. OC. Step out now.
472 vice paramedic.
Step out. You're going to run out of air.
Step out of the car!
Step out of the vehicle over here!
Step out now!
Step out of
the vehicle now!
They're trying to kidnap me!
Get out! Get your neck on
Hey! Let go of the
hands back! Stay in there!
Put your hands behind your back. You are under arrest. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Step out. Keep your hands up.
Put your hands on your back.
I'm not resisting. I'm not fighting.
You are under arrest. Do not resist arrest. You're under arrest. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
I'm not resisting. I'm not. Hey, don't treat my 15-year-old like that, kid. He's not doing anything.
Give him a second.
Be quiet. You're under arrest.
None of us are resisting.
Be quiet. You're under arrest.
None of us are resisting. None of us are resisting.
Ma'am, what is your name? Ma'am? Judith, this should have never happened. You hear me? This should have never happened. You should have cooperated with us.
Once sanity was restored, the whole family headed to jail. But before the cuffs clicked shut, the officer had one final question.
Name's Judith, right? Judith, this is a bad situation. I don't know what else to say. This is terrible. This has never happened. And my question to you is, why did you let this get that far?
In the end, the couple was charged with assault, obstruction, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. Next up is the case of Manus and Caitlin, a couple so confident in their self-declared sovereign status, they thought they could school the cops on the law.
Hey, what kind of tag is that?
Yeah, it's a sovereign citizen. Yeah.
Please, go ahead and give me your license.
I don't.
You don't have a license? Put your hands behind your back. Do not do this, okay?
This is a banana, coffee, sunflower butter.
On October the 17th, 2022, a Florida police officer noticed something suspicious about a black Infiniti up ahead and decided to pull it over. As the officer approached, she found a man and his partner inside, later identified as Manus and Caitlin. But what seems like a routine traffic stop would take a different turn when it started becoming obvious that the couple were very delusional.
I'm now seeing the tag.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess you can't have it on. You can't.
On my
the
plate.
Bumper, yeah. Okay, let me run the tag, make sure everything's okay. But basically, the way it's seated, it doesn't even look like there's a tag associated to the car.
Oh, okay.
So if you are going to keep it like that, which technically you can't, you have to have it affixed to the bumper. But if you are, I'd prop it up. If you, at the very least, just take some tape or something.
Okay.
So that way, if somebody does get behind you, it doesn't look like it's just a vehicle with no tag.
Thank you.
Just give me a second and let me run the tag. Everything's good, then
Sounds good.
let you go. Okay. All right. Any purchases, contact. Well, disregard. I think this is going to be a sovereign citizen tag of some sort. Hey, what kind of tag is that?
Yeah, it's a sovereign citizen. Yeah.
Please, go ahead and give me your license.
I don't.
You don't have a license?
No, I just have
At all?
No, I have the proper right to travel. I exercise my right to travel. I have all my paperwork. Yeah.
All right.
You gonna accept that, or do you need paperwork?
Oh, no. That paperwork's not good for the Florida state statutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do me a favor. Go ahead and step out of the car for me. Ma'am, do you have a license at all? You do have a driver's license. A valid Florida driver's license. No, no. That's not how it works, but come on out. All right, do me a favor. Just turn around.
Yeah.
All right, put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Do not do this, okay? Don't make anything of it, okay? All right. Are you gonna relax? Okay. Don't pull away from me. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm unsure why I'm being restrained right now.
Right now, because you're driving with no license, that's a criminal violation.
That's what I'm saying is there is no Florida land law statute that controls me.
There
I'm
is.
saying my paperwork is
Okay.
separate
Well,
from my
here's the thing: is
personal-
as of right now, you are violating the Florida state statutes, which is what I enforce. Okay.
Right, but you
Right
don't
now,
have
that's driving with no license. Okay.
You don't have any jurisdiction over me. That's what I'm speaking of.
Okay. If you resist in any way, there will be additional charges. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to? Okay, good. Do you have anything on you? No. or you're gonna stay in the car. Thank you.
Coming to the market. It's fine.
That's fine. We'll figure it out, okay? We're gonna stand over here. Nope. Alright. Okay, we're just gonna hang out here, okay? What is your name? What is it?
Shivangi Bay.
Is that your legal name?
Yes.
Okay. That's your given name on your birth certificate?
No, that's my strong name.
Okay, what is your legal name on your birth certificate? Okay. Nope. Nope. No. Because you don't want to identify yourself, then at that point I'll just have the jail identify you. Go ahead and sit down. Actually, he needs to be searched.
Sorry, the India 4 just was. The India 4?
Yeah.
Nothing on you?
When I get to the jail, am I going to find out that you have any warrants or anything like that? Okay.
Most likely.
Having put Manus safely in cuffs, the officers proceeded to interrogate his partner, Caitlin. What she was about to find out was something she could never be ready for.
Yeah, for another traffic charge that I've had dropped.
Well, it's not dropped if you have a warrant for it.
Well, I went into the courtroom and they let me go, so that was quite interesting part of it.
Oh. But then you just didn't show back up?
No, I was in the courtroom and I stated that I am the special power of attorney.
Okay.
And they asked if...
Yeah, female.
They asked...
Leave it with him, yeah. Thank you. What is your name? Do you have your driver's license? A valid driver's license. So you would be able to take the car.
Yes.
Why don't you just drive the car? Instead of him driving the car. I'm saying, since you have a valid driver's license, whereas he doesn't, because it's a violation to... Does that make sense?
Yes, we do.
That doesn't... It doesn't work. Nope. No. There's no... I am a law enforcement officer for the state of Florida. I enforce Florida state statutes. I do not enforce, nor do I learn or know about sovereign citizen. That is not something that applies to us, okay? So, yeah. So if you... Nope. And that's the misunderstanding. No, there's no sovereign citizen laws that overtake Florida state statute. So, but, I mean, they should probably teach you guys that. Yeah. Do you have your driver's license? Thank you. What happened?
It's like a 7th degree going to get up. It's like a 7th degree foul.
Yeah. So it is being used for commercial purposes. Just saying. Go ahead, use that for medical.
Yeah. Who makes these, anyways?
Amazon.
Yeah.
We don't know.
She took it upon herself to take it slow with these guys. But does that mean that she was letting them off the hook? At least considering the fact that they were very dumb.
Nope. Nope. I am aware of all the Florida state statutes. Florida state statutes do not, go ahead. You should probably contact FDLE and tell them that you want to educate people on sovereign citizens or add it into the Florida state statutes. But until it's added in, then I don't recognize or enforce or not enforce Florida state statute laws when it comes to a sovereign citizen. Florida state statutes. Thank you, ma'am. The what? No. Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They're the FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They're the ones that create all the trainings for law enforcement officers. Yeah.
Just when the officers thought that they'd seen it all, they realized they were only getting started. What they were about to learn would change everything.
So what's the liquid stuff? Can I ask you that?
And your mason jars?
This is a banana, coffee, sunflower butter.
And is there anything underneath that towel, if you don't mind me asking? Just more?
This is Shivambu. It's
Would you mind just lifting it up all the way? Okay, thank you. Now what's this one?
It's the practice of Shivambu. It's urine therapy.
It's urine therapy. I gotta ask. Is that someone's urine?
Yes, it's mine.
And what do you do with that, if you don't mind me asking?
Drink it.
So it's like recycling.
It's good for fertilizer.
Not inside your own. Hey,
To get the registration.
you might want to ask about what that gold liquid is.
The what? What is that? And what is that? What is that? Right there, in that jar. Yes. Okay.
It's Shivambu. It's urine therapy.
Ooh. He knew that, didn't he? Did you tell him that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's. God, it did. No, this is turning my stomach.
Channel 29 Northwest 23rd Street, Northwest 13th Street.
Banana coffee is.
Always advising there's a Bravo Mike to check the Bravo Foxtrot that's at that location. Just occurred. No signals there are seen. Suspect walked off and is now near Coffee Culture. The Bravo Mike, 35 years old, medium build, last seen wearing a black shirt and orange pants.
Yeah, hers. It's some type of therapy.
You're into that craziness. Am I? Is that legit? What craziness are you talking about?
They have a name for it. Well, that's close.
I'm gonna go continue working on my videos.
You sure you don't want? You want to get the name of that procedure or therapy? Did you Google it?
Like we said.
Once again, he pulled out his sovereign citizen card, but this time it unlocked a door he never should have opened. His delusions were now beginning to hit him hard and fast.
Ah, Mr. Manis. Yeah, you're right. You do have a warrant.
What's the warrant for?
Same thing you're getting arrested for today. Failure to appear. You did not show up to court. Well, you asked me what it was for, and I'm telling you.
So, how do I prove that?
I guess you'll talk to the judge tomorrow and ask him. Yeah.
Are you aware of corporate entities? 14th Amendment citizens?
Corporate entities?
Yeah, 14th Amendment citizens.
What does it say?
It's just whenever you have a social
India 4 Temple G?
You're waiting call.
Temple.
You are a citizen, which is a property of the estate. This is stuff I really recommend you check out on your own time.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the paperwork yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know who would really love to hear all this is the judge that you're going to talk to tomorrow.
Of course, but I'm just trying to educate you as well.
Well, here's the thing is, I appreciate it. I understand what you're trying to do.
Your incident has been updated.
And I'm hearing you.
Caitlin finally accepted the truth. There's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. But Manis, well, he refused to be stripped of his so-called status.
Miss Caitlin, how long have you been with Mr. Manis? Have you ever gotten pulled over with him before? Where he's done this? This does not work. That incident does not work. All right, that, okay? It's an unregistered vehicle. Out of the kindness of my heart, I am not going to tow it. I'm just going to leave it where it's at. If I see it back out, then now you know it's an unregistered vehicle. You are driving an unregistered vehicle. That is against the law. I don't care what sovereign citizen rules are thrown out. That does not apply in this situation. If you want to use it somewhere else, you can. Not in Gainesville, Florida, where I enforce Florida state statute. Okay? Does that make sense? Perfect.
Thank you.
Here's your driver's license. You have a valid driver's license. Get the car registered. And to drive legally. Or does that make sense? Okay. Alright. You cannot drive this vehicle, okay? But I'm sure you're not going to because you're going to go sell stones. Crystals.
So,
yeah.
What happens with this car? Can you just leave it here and not drive it?
I'm going to assume that you're going to go get it properly registered before it gets moved. Okay. He goes to jail.
Alright. Registering. How do you...
Same way you get your driver's license through the state of Florida. Okay? How did you get your Massachusetts driver's license?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Yeah, but how did you get it in Massachusetts? The DMV? Yeah. Same way. It's going to be the same type of company. You register your driver, you register the vehicle. He'll probably have to do it. Same thing. They operate all of the driver's license vehicles, any kind of license that you want. That sovereign citizen tag does not. Okay?
So I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah. You cannot drive it until it's registered. It is not street legal. Okay? Thank you. Thank y'all for coming. No longer in contact. As soon as we get in there, as soon as we get inside, the jail staff, what they'll do is they'll uncuff you, and then you'll have to go through an x-ray and everything. And they'll, huh?
Can I pass on the x-ray just for my own health?
No, for safety reasons. Right. Yeah. To ensure safety, they'll do that. And then, the way you can bypass all of this and not have to do with that is just cooperate. You don't, I get it in your mind, and the belief is that you're, fighting back this system, but this is Florida law. If you want to go to somewhere who establishes their own rules and has their own police department and go to...
Yeah, it's foreign national republic, the United States Republic. It is recognized by the U.S. Supreme Court. So what I'm doing is like false or just an individual idea of my own mind, but
yeah.
Recognized by the Supreme Court. I'm still waiting on my own identification to come through.
Yeah.
Read my name up in the records and I was taking them.
Well, you have to provide identification to a law enforcement officer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would eventually have identification.
But you do have identification.
And when you scan in the system, it says do not detain, do not arrest, do not...
The only people that get that are dignitaries, the president, that sort of thing. Hey.
He was finally charged with driving without a registered license and sent straight to jail. Up next is a case where a suspect tried to dodge a license check by playing the classic sovereign citizen card, hoping it'd be his ticket out.
Do you have a license, sir?
I'm traveling, officer. I don't have a license. I wasn't speeding. I don't have to ID myself, sir.
Yes, sir, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, sir, you do.
Not commit a crime.
Why are you arresting me? I'm not even resisting. I'm not even resisting.
On January the 7th, 2023, an officer initiated a traffic stop on a vehicle for overspeeding. As usual, the officer requested for his license, but this simple request soon turned into a heated back and forth with the driver.
Hello, on this car. Can I see your license, please? Can I see your license, please?
What's up, officer?
Can I see your license, please?
What's going on?
I need to see your license. Do you have a license? I need to see your license.
What's going on?
I need to see your license, sir.
I'm asking you what's your reasonable...
And I want to see your license, and I'll tell you why. But until I see your license, I'm not talking to you. Because I need to see your license. Do you have a license or you don't have a license? I don't need to see your license. I need to see his license. He's driving. Do you have a license, sir?
I'm traveling, officer.
Okay. You have a license?
I'm asking you what's the purpose of you asking me to identify myself?
Because I pulled you over for speeding, okay? Now,
Speeding?
yes, sir.
Where was I speeding?
Back there. I'm not going to argue with you, sir.
I wasn't speeding. I was not speeding. Is the camera on, officer?
Yes, the camera's on.
I was not speeding,
okay,
sir.
I got you under 55 and a 40, so yes, you were speeding.
Can you show me that on a...
No, I don't have to show you that on the radar.
You wasn't speeding.
Yes, I was. I'm not going to argue. Can I have your license, please?
I don't have a license. I wasn't speeding, sir.
580, send me back up here.
I wasn't speeding, officer.
Yes, sir, you were.
I was not speeding.
I'm not going to argue, sir.
Can I get the supervisor, please?
I'm calling him back up right now. You have a license, sir?
Can I get the supervisor?
Can I see your license, please, sir?
I don't have a license.
Okay, do you have any ID on you at all, sir?
I don't have to ID myself, sir.
Yes, sir, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, sir, you do.
I did not commit a crime.
I'm sorry, what?
I did not commit a crime.
I didn't say you committed a crime. I said you committed an infraction, a civil infraction. So don't make it worse than what it is. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't commit the civil infraction.
Yes, sir, I got you on the radar at 55 and a 40.
Can I see the radar?
No, sir, you cannot.
Then how can you prove that I was speeding?
We go to court, and the judge here's my side, here's your side. That's how we prove it. In the state of Florida, I'm not allowed to lock the speeds in. There's nothing that shows on my radar right now. State of Florida law says I can't.
I'm sorry. Radar right now?
So roll me back up, give me a supervisor. Jesus Christ. You're talking to me right here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir. You were saying, I didn't hear what you said because you're talking to me.
I was not speeding.
Yes, sir, I have you on the radar. And that's I'm saying you were, you're saying you weren't. So what we do is I give you a ticket and we go to court. That's what we do. That's the way it works. That's what's going to happen. Give me one pretty quick here. Supervisor, please. Sir, do you have an ID? I need to see your ID.
I'm not going to identify myself. I did not commit a crime.
Sir, I didn't say you committed a crime. I said you committed a civil infraction. Yes, sir. Okay, that's my side. And I legally pulled you over, so that's what I'm allowed to do. You're required by law to show me your license. You have a license. I'm sorry, sir?
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir, you are.
Why am I being detained?
Because you're speeding.
That's not a crime.
I didn't say it was a crime. You're being detained, sir. Don't try and leave. You'll then commit a crime then. Actually, not identifying yourself after I asked for it legally is actually a crime. So, yeah. So, you want to identify yourself or no?
You're saying that I failed to identify myself as a crime?
Because I legally stopped you. Now you're interfering with my investigation. See?
So who are you investigating?
You.
Then who do you
for
know?
Speeding.
Then who am I?
You won't identify. Man, are you? I'm just asking for an ID. That's all I'm asking for. You won't give me an ID? I mean, really, you want to go this route?
What route?
All I'm asking for is an ID. I didn't say you committed a crime, sir. I didn't say you committed a crime. I said you committed a civil infraction. And now you're refusing to identify yourself. So now, what am I supposed to do? I'm being open and honest with you, sir. I'm going to give you a citation. You can take it to court. No problem at all. That's what we're going to do. So the next step is up to you. That's what I'm going to do. That's the next step. So what do you want to do, sir? Show me some ID, please.
I don't have no ID, partner.
I'm sorry?
I don't have no ID.
You don't have an ID and you're driving your vehicle.
I'm traveling.
No, sir, you're driving the vehicle.
I'm traveling.
That's a common statement used among sovereign citizens when asked for their license. They do this to try and prove to officers why they shouldn't be needing a license to drive. But as you may guess, this never works.
He's saying he's traveling. So, you have no ID? What's your name, sir?
I didn't commit a crime. What did I do? What's the reasonable suspicion?
Hey, Corporal, he's refused to identify himself. He says he's traveling. So, you don't want to give me ID and you don't want to identify yourself, is that correct? You don't want to identify yourself. I'm asking you if you want to identify yourself. You're refusing. I'm just asking. It's on camera, so you want to identify yourself, sir.
Unless you suspect me of committing a crime, officer, I do not have to identify myself.
Yes, sir, you do. You're required to in the state of Florida provide me ID when I pull you over legally. You've been stopped for speeding. I've explained it to you.
But I was not speeding.
I've explained it to you.
I have a witness here that says that I was not.
And I've got a radar that says you were.
Where's the radar?
In my car. No, you're not going to see my car. Okay? I'm not required by law to show you my vehicle. Okay? So now we've got 5 cops here. The road all blocked because you want to identify yourself. That's all. It's simple. All you got to do is identify yourself. I told you what I would do. I give you a ticket when you go to court. That's real simple.
Write your ticket.
I can't write a ticket unless you identify yourself, sir.
Write your ticket. Go ahead, write your ticket.
Let me,
I'm stopping you from
right,
writing
sir.
your ticket.
And I want to see your ID, sir. You have an ID? really want to escalate this. It's a simple thing. That's all it is, a simple thing. Simple thing, all you do is identify yourself. I get this, take care of you, be on the road, boom, no problem at all. But you don't want to identify yourself. Are you refusing to identify yourself? I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. It's really loud out here. Yes, ma'am, he was. Yes, ma'am, he was.
I was not speeding. You pull up behind me. I pull out in front of a car. I turned my indicator on. I moved from in front of the car, and I went back in the same lane. And then you pull up behind me. I was not speeding.
I have you on the radar at 55 miles an hour, sir.
You don't have me on the radar at 55 because I was not going 55. I was going 40. I was going 40,
sir,
40,
that's
40,
your
45
side,
miles.
not my side. Okay, my side is you were speeding. So, that's my side.
I was not speeding. I was not speeding. I was not speeding. I was not speeding.
Okay.
I was not.
Then we can go to court on that, sir.
I was not speeding. Then write the ticket. You go to court. I was not speeding.
And I need your ID to be able to write
No,
the ticket.
you
That's
don't
what I'm
need my
saying.
ID.
Yes, sir, I do.
You said you are conducting an investigation. You must know who you are investigating. You must know who you are investigating. If you don't know who you are investigating,
What's that? That's what I'm asking.
ridiculous. I was not speeding.
Get out of the car, sir. Get out of the car.
Out of the car. You're gonna
get out of the car,
get out
sir.
of the car. Get out of the car.
Get out of the car, sir.
Why are you arresting me?
Get out of the car,
Why are you
sir.
arresting me?
Get out of the car.
Why are you arresting me? I'm not even resisting. I'm not even resisting. I'm not even resisting. What the hell?
Watch out. It's on this. He can't. Watch out.
I'll cut the seatbelt. I'm not even resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not doing nothing.
Watch out. Watch out.
I'm not resisting. I'm not doing nothing. What is...
Paul, grab this hand.
Yo, I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
After he was arrested and taken to the police van for transport, the officers found his license. And after a quick scan on the license, it revealed the real reason behind his denial to present his license. The license wasn't just invalid, it had also been suspended, adding yet another layer to his mounting troubles.
Kidding me? You going assault me like that? You going assault me like that?
Yes, I roll me.
Yep. Stand up. Oh, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. All of this?
You drove it, sir. All you do is identify yourself.
Let me get my slippers.
Hey, guy, walk with them. We'll get your shoe when you get in the car. Go.
Get in the car.
Get in the car.
What am I
Get in the car.
Foot in the car. What am I being arrested for? Obstruction. Obstruction of what? Hey, the windows are wind up. I'll be suffocated in this car. I'm going to suffocate in this car. I'm going to suffocate in this car, bro.
Put your foot in.
I'm going to suffocate in the car, bro.
Okay. Well, we got your ID now, so if you would have just given the ID, that would have been an issue.
But I wasn't speeding. I was not speeding. The officer's lying. He can't prove that I was speeding.
He can prove that you were speeding. He has radar in his car.
And I was not speeding. I have a witness who was right there beside me. I was not speeding.
That's something that you have to fight in court. You can't fight on the side of the street.
I wasn't fighting it on the side of the street. I was asking him to articulate what the suspicion was.
But you failing to identify yourself, okay, that is a crime.
How did I fail to identify myself? Am I accused of committing a crime?
You were speeding. It was a civil infraction.
Is that a crime?
It's a crime not to identify yourself, yes.
Is speeding a crime?
I don't think you're not following along what I said. It's an infraction where he was going to write you a citation, okay? But you then failing to identify yourself That is the crime. That is what created this whole mess. If you would have just given your ID, you would have been on your way right now. But now you're going to go to jail. Okay? And you actually got a felony as well. Okay? So I'm trying to explain to you what's going on. And that's what's going on, okay? We have your ID. Okay? So now you're going to get booked into jail along with the same citation that you were initially going to get. Where do you live at? Sir. Are you done talking? Okay. Oh. Good luck to you, sir.
He was later charged with resisting with violence, driving without a valid license, and obstruction while his vehicle was impounded.